Well, guys, here we are. How's it going today, guys? Bojo here, back with our NHL 16 Be a Pro goaltender career following Joseph Bojoko and the Edmonton Oil Kings. The final day, the final game of the WHL regular season, the Edmonton Oil Kings up against the Red Deer Rebels. Bojoko gets his final start of the year before we head off to the NHL entry draft, boys. That is right. Our final game here in the WHL before we head off and start our NHL career, hopefully to be drafted by a good NHL team, hopefully not named the Oilers, and hopefully we will be on our way out. But it's a road game here. Gonna get sent off by Eddie Olczyk and Mike Emmerich. They're gonna be talking about the hottest goaltender prospect about to enter this year's NHL draft with a record of like 8-20 or something like that. But I'm excited. Our final game here. I'm excited to hopefully play my ass off. Last chance to improve the scouts before the draft comes, since we're not going to be obviously in the playoffs. The Oil Kings won their last game to break a 6-game losing streak as well. So Edmonton is looking to end off this year on a good note as well. So hopefully we will be ending this year on a win, hopefully. But Red Deer with a 40-win season is going to be a very tough team to beat as well. Rylan Toth gets his start there. Very good stats for him so far this year in Red Deer. Very good stats all around. Good record. Good goals against average. But number 50, rocking Ron Hextall's number, obviously. 8-20 with a goals against average of 3.05. Save percentage around .85. One shutout on the year for us. But none of that really matters, as this is our final game. And we're headed off to the NHL. And the NHL entry draft after this game is completed. So I'm excited. I'm hopeful that this Edmonton Oil Kings team can get me some goal support here in this final game. And hopeful that we can end off our final WHL game with a victory is what I'm hoping for. But we shall see what happens here. So obviously, everybody's always was questioning me what team you want to get drafted to. Honestly, I will take any NHL team at this current moment besides the Edmonton Oilers. That is the only team I wish I do not get drafted by. I'll have to go check out like the NHL like season and see, like, try to figure out who like is gonna get like the top overall draft picks and whatnot. But we'll see though in the final video here, and obviously that will be its own separate video, will be the draft video. But we're just gonna play this game, take a look at our final stat roll here in the WHL, and then we'll obviously get to the NHL entry draft in its own video, get drafted, take a look at the team, and then obviously start our career, either start in preseason and see where that takes us. But hoping for one more hopefully this Edmonton Oil Kings team could just somehow find it in their play style to get us one final win here. But unfortunately, we're going to start off with another hooking call, as it seems we have the same refs in this game as the Edmonton Lethbridge game, calling all the hooking calls. There you go. Let's cover that. Dish that out. Carroll. Oh, Jesus, got back right in time to save that. Yeah, I really should cover the puck when we have a penalty to kill. But you know what? I'm living life on the edge. It's my last game. Do or die. I don't give a crap. I'm going to the NHL after this. Finally get out of Edmonton in before I get drafted by the Oilers. Man, you guys really don't know how mad I am going to be if I get drafted by the freaking Edmonton Oilers. But I know what they're thinking. They're thinking they're gonna be like, oh, he's from Edmonton. He's a homegrown product. No, I'm from Philadelphia. I'm from Philadelphia. I'm not a freaking Edmonton homegrown product. This is where I was. This is where I got chosen to play as. But nonetheless, I'll be happy with any NHL team. Okay. Stood on the post for too long. Went off my glove and into the net. 1-0 lead for Red Deer. Yeah, that was gay. That was indeed a gay goal. You can say that again, game. Oh, Jesus. And now Johnson Trying to stretch me outwards. Johnson, glove save there. Alright, come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cover the puck. I don't know what Edmonton's doing. Edmonton's trying to screw me there in the final game. They're trying to light up their own goaltender. Yeah, let's light them up. Let's elevate his stats here in this final game. Bertolucci in front. Up, 5-hole. Get in there. Nope. Ryland Toth, you're probably going up against one of the best goaltenders in the WHL in this game as well. Red Deer's had a good record. 40 wins. 40 wins. They're probably going to the playoffs. Toth is probably one of the top goaltenders this year as well. I don't know why I made that weird save on that slow-ass moving puck, but nonetheless. And get it out, boys. Get it out. All right, well, it's out. Cote's going to dump that one in. Mangs, though, was able to beat his man into the zone. Donald back to Koch in front. Kohlhasser. Or Robertson, sorry. Robertson in front. Shot. There you go. Tie game. Way to go, boys. Tyler Robertson feeds number 16, who I don't know who that was. It might have been Garrett Mangs. Want to take a guess? No, Davis Koch. Davis Koch fed from Tyler Robertson into the corner. Nice little 1T right there. Couldn't really see it. I guess he was screened by his own player, and he thought maybe the puck was going around back around the net. But nice little 1T there from Davis Koch from Tyler Robertson and Garrett Mangs to tie this game up at 1 with 3 minutes left to go in the first period. Nicely done, boys. If I do remember, last time we got our only shutout of the year against the Red Deer Rebels as well. In the second game of the season that we played, we only got that only shutout. But obviously not going to get a shutout here, but would be nice to end off this season with a win against this team. Kind of where we started the first win that we got off, the first win of the year. Would be nice to end off against the final win of the year against the same team. So we'll see if we can get it done. 3, 2, 1. Look for a shot here. That one goes wide by Adamson. And that'll do it for the first period here in Red Deer, as Edmonton gets a late goal to tie this game up at 1 after the first period. Right, guys, so sorry about that. I just had to walk away for a quick minute, but there are the stats after the first. 10 shots for Red Deer, 10 shots for Red Deer, 4 for only Edmonton. They do have the time and attack advantage. Red Deer did have that one power play, and Red Deer won all 5 faceoffs there in the first period. So Edmonton's got to do a little bit of a better job here on faceoffs, as you guys can see, 5-0. And we do win our first faceoff here in the second period, which is good. All right, so 1 period down, 2 more left to go, 40 minutes left in my WHL career. Feels nice to finally get to say that. Madzeller with another little quick shot there on Ryland Toth. Hayden Fleury, though, will get that out to Sheen. Over to Bleakley, Connor Bleakley. In front. Oh, that's a goal? Really? Can we get a coach's challenge on that? Are we sure about that? Can we get a coach's challenge about that? Austin Adamson will get the goal for this. I mean, it didn't look like it went in. Let's go investigating, shall we? Let's see if that goal actually went in. Let's see here. That puck. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, EA. That one looked a little bit suspect there. I mean, if there were coaches' challenges in the game, wink wink, NHL 17, make it happen. If there were coaches' challenges in that game, that would be a really good time to pull up a coach's challenge, because the way the puck looked there and the way the puck kind of went into my glove, I would say that there's not really enough conclusive evidence to call that a goal. Because it didn't look like the puck completely went over the line, in my personal opinion. The way I see it, didn't look like it went over the line, but whatever, we'll give it to Red Deer, 2-1. Nonetheless, I don't think it was a goal, but whatever. Fine. This league finds more ways to screw me more than none. Stinking WHL. Alright. Mayo, he's hooked. That's a penalty. I'm not even going to make it to the bench. Power play, though, for Edmonton. Here we go. Time to get some shots on net, boys. Ian Fleury fails to dump it out. Irving tries to go back to the point. Adamson stripped, but nice play by Irving. Just a dish that. Goaltender getting a little bit cheeky there, Ryland. Alright, Ryland Toth. I see how you're doing there. Must have heard them. I was chirping him going back into the locker rooms after the first period was over, telling them to throw the puck out a little bit more. It's floating with danger, flirting with disaster, I should say. But you know what? I appreciate his little attempt to dish that puck out, though. I appreciate it. You're smart. You're loyal. I appreciate you. Alright, come on, Tyson. Let's go. Set something up here for the last... Oh, that might have went off his post. Looked like he was late getting to that. Gruninger, ooh, that one hit him right square in the chest. Even looked like it stung him a little bit. Carroll down low. Gruninger, ooh, low on top again. Yeah, this top kid might be pretty good for, like, whatever the CHL awards are for goaltenders. Would not be surprised if he got one. Ralph, oops, Strand. He's going to get that out over to Gay and over to Musil. Going to dump that in. Corbin, Mayo. Oof, Jesus, man. Hate those pucks behind the back of the net, especially on that camera angle because you just can't see anything when something's in front. Ralph, oop, Bauer, up. Ralph gets it back again. Shot by Brandon Ralph. But another save there from Ryland Toth. 13-14 saves so far for him. Alright, Cote over to Sheen. And tries to dump that around, but Mangs strips him of the puck. And Davis Koch back in. Austin Carroll up. Oh, nice little puck movement there by the Edmonton Oil Kings, but another big save there on the cross crease shot. Shot again, it goes wide. Might have got a piece of that. Garrett Mangs back to the point, but Sheen intercepts. And Adamson back to Sheen. A little bit of a 2-on-2 action here. Back to Cote. Easy glove save for me. Dish that out over to the corner for Carroll. Into the middle. Don't know how I like that play, but whatever. Davis Koch over to the wing, into the middle to Garrett Mangs. Goes into the left corner there. Cross crease, Garrett Mangs around the back. Back to Robertson again. Irving with a shot off of one of their defensemen. Cote back out to Sheen. And back out to Adamson. Adamson stops up back to Johnson. Feeds Sheen. That one gets like held in my goddamn freaking like equipment. But unfortunately we were quick enough to get back and make that save. That puck bounces over the sticks. Robertson gets it again. Back to Pollock. And that one goes off of Orban's stick, or Mayo's stick, and goes right to Fesser. He's going to dump that around the back. Poley in front. Yep. See, that's why I hate, man. That's why I hate playing with this camera angle sometimes, is just because of that pass in front, you know it's coming. That pass in front, you know it's coming, and you can't do anything to defend it. Alright, 3-1. Let's see if this Edmonton Oil Kings team can get one back here before the second period's over. That's a shot. Gets blocked. Maxwell strips him of the puck. Maxwell in front to Gay. Back to Gurman. Over to Strand. Back to Gurman. And fortunately, though, Edmonton able to take that puck and move it out. Brandon Ralph looking for something here in the last couple seconds. 5, 4, cross crease missed. 3, 2, get it on net. Benson, Toth is going to hold that with .1. So that will do it for the second period here as Red Deer tacks on 2. Really only 1 that could be debatable call nonetheless. But still, there are the stats. Time and attack, pretty good. So, final period though of our WHL careers here. Gonna need a miracle comeback from the Edmonton Oil Kings if they're gonna somehow tie this game up, but they need to get past probably one of the best goaltenders the WHL has to offer in Ryland Toth. So it's gonna depend on how good the Edmonton Oil Kings team offense forecheck does here. Gonna do my best to keep it a 2-goal game. But, you know, if this defense is playing very lackluster right now, hopefully they can pick it up here in the third period as well. So Edmonton's going to have one hell of a time here to try to tie this game up, but the way their puck movement, they gotta get shots on net and not do these crazy passing plays. Sheen held to the boards there. Nice play by Baddock to intercept that. Eller, nice quick pass to avoid the hit. And Captain Pollock goes up into the zone, into the corner, over to Mads Eller. Mads Eller turns, shoots, and throws kind of a flimsy backhand on net. Easy save for Ryland Toth. As Edmonton will look to gain control here in the offensive zone, but unfortunately they can't get that puck. As Gay now will come in over to Maxwell. Big swooping glove save there. As Edmonton will get the puck back out again. Ralph over to the wing to Bauer. Lane Bauer. Back to Irving. Over to Carroll. Back to Bauer again. Tries to go down low, but Colton Bobick unfortunately will intercept that pass as Maxwell comes back up again. Tries for a centering pass. Irving strips him of the puck though. Bauer over to the corner to Benson. Benson up the right wing. Tries for a cross-crease pass, and they do get a goal. All right. Ryland Toth, once again, was in that downward position and tried to block off the pass, but unfortunately it got through to Brandon Ralph, and he will put that into the net, and it's a 3-2 game now in favor of Red Deer. But Brandon Ralph just squeaks that in on the left short side. Nice pass from Cole Benson nonetheless. And it is a 3-2 game now. With 11:57 left to go, plenty of time as Brandon Ralph gets the goal from Cole Benson and Lane Bauer, and it is a 3-2 lead now for the Red Deer Rebels. With Edmonton buzzing here late in the third period, with about halfway through the third period to go. Donald with a big shot, well wide. Berlucci shot Donald again. Glove save though by Toth. No hold on. Edmonton starting to catch back up in the face-offs as well. It was 5-0 after the first, but now it is basically 8-5 since the first period. All right, let's see what they're going to do here. Foley with a low shot there, but Cole Hosser was able to clear that out of the zone. As Tyson Gruninger feeds Co-op back into the zone. Back again to the point, shot blocked off. Bertolucci, unfortunately, stripped by Cote, and Fesser up to Polier. Oh, but he takes a shot, goes wide. Back to Bleakley, over to Hayden Fleury, in front of Polier, intercepted by Co-op. Nice pass all the way up to Brandon Baddock. Brandon Baddock looking for something in front of Bertolucci, back to Baddock. In front of Pollock, shot high on top, but kind of slow moving, and another easy glove save for him. 6:20 left to go in the third period. Edmonton is down by 1. Ryland Toth is going to get himself a little bit of a highlight package here as he has made a couple decent saves in today's game. Nothing really too spectacular, but Edmonton is still buzzing here in this third period, looking to tie this game up. All right, Mayo over to Blake Orban, dumps that around the back for Pollock in front. Oh, cross crease might have just went off the wrong angle of his stick, and it just goes wide. If he might have got a little bit on the closer to the blade, that might have been a goal there to tie this game up, but unfortunately just misses wide. Brett Pollock is now going to take it into the zone for cross crease, and he does score. Mads Eller. Captain Pollock sets up Mads Eller for the game-tying goal at 3-3 with 4:18 left as the Edmonton Oil Kings get the better of Ryland Toth here in this third period, put up 2 on him, And this game is tied at 3 with about 4 left to go as Matt Zeller finds his way into the slot, gets that pass from Captain Pollock, and Blake Orban once again gets another point. And this game is tied up at 3 with 4:18 left to go, and Edmonton is still buzzing here in this third period. Brandon Ralph tries to feed Cole Benson there. Cole Benson tries for another cross crease, but Doetzel will intercept as Adamson now comes back into the zone. Adamson with a low shot there, rebound, score as Irving can't control it. Adamson just sends a low, flimsy shot on net as Riley Sheen picks up the rebound. Irving could not handle it. Goes behind him, was not facing the right way. Not the right stickness that you need on your defense, but Sheen just comes in off of the defenseman, swoops it up, puts it in. 4-2, 4-3 lead for the Red Deer Rebels. As it looks like Bojoko might be on his way out of the WHL with a loss here, but a nice glove save there at the on that shot. Doetzel tries for another 1T slap shot, but that gets intercepted. The puck is moving out everywhere. Hayden Fleury goes in off sides. And we do have a 1:06 left to go in this game. Edmonton did get an empty net goal last time in last Bojoko's start, but might need a miracle here to tie this game up at 4 with a 1:06 left to go. So Orban's going to get that over to Matt Zeller. And in the middle to Pollock, who takes a shot. Toth gets dumped. And unfortunately, no call there, as the Red Deer Rebels will take the puck out of the zone and go back into Edmonton Oil King territory. Back to the point to Cote. Easy glove save for Bojoko. He's going to send it off to Orban, and there he goes to the net as Tyson Greninger gets that up. And unfortunately, they turn the puck over. Cote is slashed up high. It's a delayed penalty. Gay Maxwell takes a shot on Bojoko. He holds it, but 25 seconds left, and the Edmonton Oil Kings unfortunately take a slashing call, which unfortunately will probably do it here. With 25 seconds left, unfortunately, our final game here in the WHL is going to end with an icing here. I'm waiting at the bench. Referee, coach doesn't even want to pull me. Jesus, man. Swinging save out there by the hash marks. Just dump it out. Pollock will just dump it out. But that'll do it for this game, and that'll do it for our career here in the WHL. Unfortunately, it'll end to a 4-3 loss. Edmonton came back, but that stinking rebound, that juicy rebound, is going to bite us in the ass. That juicy rebound was enough to bite us in the ass, and unfortunately, that is how our WHL career will end. We reached all our targets for this game, but it is unfortunately a loss with 23 shots on net, 19 of 23. But that's how our WHL career will end, with a record of 8-21. But we are on to bigger and better things now, as the NHL draft now awaits us. So let's take a look at our final stat lines here in the WHL. Let's go take a look at the calendar here, as I believe we can just simulate ahead here, simulate up to this date. Gonna take a long time to simulate. All right, good news from the medical staff. Brett Pollock's back. Okay, we can do our training. We have 17 hours of training this week, so we got a lot of training to do. Rebound control, movement, and you know what? Let's go for movement. Work on all the essentials here. All right, so the regular season has ended. Whoops, stop the simulation. Didn't mean to go that far. Weekly performance, dismiss. Let's see where we are going next. Let's see. May, June. Yep, so just the NHL entry draft is on that date, so I think that we are going to be going up to that next. We are 70 overall now, which is good. But let's go take a look at our final stat lines here in Edmonton. Obviously, we ended off with a record of 28, 39, and 5. Not really too great there. We could take a look at our player stats for the season, how this team actually ended up with point-wise for totals. And Matt Zeller with 38 points. Brett Pollock, Captain Pollock with 37. Brandon Baddock with 34. Luke Bertolucci with 31. Andrew Coep with 29. Brandon Ralph, 26. Tyson Grodinger, 25. Cole Benson, 25. Lane Bauer, 24. Davis Koch, 13. Tyler Robertson, 12. Garrett Mangs with 11. And then if we go to our defensemen here, we have Blake Orban with 42 points. Very good year for Blake Orban. Dyson Mayo with 40 points as well. So those two defensemen really pulled their weight here in Edmonton. Aaron Irving with 22. Ben Carroll with 20. Jake Kohlhasser with 19. And Marshall Donald with 17. And then if we move on to the goaltenders here, we have Patrick Dia finishing off the year with a record of 20-18-2, save percentage of .9, 5 shutouts on the year for him. And then Joseph Bojoko, unfortunately, will end off the year with a record of goals against average of 3.09, 8-21, save percentage of .849, and 1 shutout on the year. 2 penalty minutes as well. He took a penalty, which was pretty funny, but that's our stat line, guys, how we ended off the year. Obviously, we're not going to get any awards, so we're not even going to bother with that. But that is it, guys. We are done our career here in the WHL, and now we move on to bigger and better things as we will move on to the NHL entry draft in the next video. So next video, guys, we will get drafted to our NHL team. We're going to see what team we are going to get drafted to, and we will start our NHL or AHL career with that team. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching Joseph Bojoko's career in the WHL. But now it's time to move on to the big leagues, baby. NHL draft in the next video, guys. Hope you stay tuned for that. So thanks for watching. It'll be a shorter episode next time around as well, so stay tuned for that. But thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe as always. See you guys at the draft.